Rodgers going to put it up to get started. That's out wide to Warren. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get an even 20 on that one. That's a Steeler first down. They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. So close to taking it all the way. They bring him down to 2, but it's first and goal from there. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 42 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard
This has been a solid opening drive. Knocking on the door. First and goal. Warren. Touchdown. Pittsburgh. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
38. On second down, Love. Exiting the pocket right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Green Bay.
Love to throw it on first down. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. He'll try again here. Second and 10.
Flag blue. Yellow. Ready?
Now Love.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On third down, they go with Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Green.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
Blue. Green jack.
On fourth down, Love. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. That one not disguised too well. He'll get back to the line. That's it.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Over the middle, Metcalf has it. they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
The defense could not bring them down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing, Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
That is caught at the 3. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
And the Steelers first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Warren. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers move out on top, 14-0.
Steelers 14, Packers nothing.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
32-yard line.
Claude red. Ready, red, cycle. 45 seconds.
Love to throw on first and 10. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Second and 10.
Ready, snap,
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Watch out now, 52.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. A big hole inside the 20. And he will score. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Miller now to return it. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it with second down and 13 in front of them. From the gun, Rodgers. Had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And that is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And that'll set up fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
On fourth down, Steelers send out Corliss Waitman to punt. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds.
At their own 15-yard line.
Red, yellow. Here we go. Black Ultra, 33.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
A 2nd down throw for Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Josh Jacobs. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Ready?
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs.
Number 8, Josh Jacobs.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. Love. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
And he will score again. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 10. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
The Packers take over 1st and 10
Right.
at the 45-yard line.
Smash, red. Check.
On 1st down, it's Love. He'll take a shot for Watson. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
Green Jack. Let's go. 60 red. 6. Mega. 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. That's a gain of 18. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a whole lot, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their 27-yard line.
A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good.
1st down for Aaron. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. A huge play just before the half. 41 yards.
That's another Steelers.
Again, it's Rodgers. That'll be caught by the running back one. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
Rodgers going up top again.
17-yard line.
That pass reels it in on the right side. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rodgers. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's got another one. Jalen Warren. Touchdown Steelers. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
Makes the score Steelers 28.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
We're going to
set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Okay, right? Black Ultra. Down.
Now Love. That's to crack the tight end downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Gain of 36 yards. That's good for the Packers. First down. A gain of 36
Throwing
yards.
is Love.
First down.
That one reeled in by Golden. He's into space past the 25. And he will get into the end zone. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Miller now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Jaylen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. And it'll bring up second down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Metcalf with the grab. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Steeler first down.
At the 49-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Warren. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Rodgers. That one caught by Wilson. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Out to his right. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 27.
They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
A first down throw from Rodgers. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And it might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
Here's a screen set up for Warren. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 9.
Hey, 88!
From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, no, back over the middle. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
Red, cycle. Ready. Black, 10 black. Ready.
Love to throw it on first down. He's going to go deep. Looking for Reed. And that is incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
12, 10, set, hut, white, 50, green. 6, mega. Ready.
Back to throw is Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Green Bay first down.
A gain of 18 on the
Right, here we go, here we go.
Packer first down.
Love into space at the 45. And he's going to be taken down. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
That's another Packers first down.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second
Down,
and 6.
red, yellow, blue, 32.
To throw is Love. That one complete to Watson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's another Packers first down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Green Bay.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards.
A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Packers.
A gain of 12. First down, Packers.
That's black shot. Black oak, red, 38. Needle blue. Ready?
Now Love. That is caught. What a throw. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay. The game-tying touchdown here in the fourth quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score. They still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this fourth quarter lead.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Roman Wilson was the intended target. Third down coming up.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
He's got his man complete to Wilson. And he'll be taken down at the 30. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yard.
Back at the 34-yard line.
319.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, here's second down. They'll drop to throw. Oh my goodness, they were in field goal range, but it's intercepted. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game.
They'll take over first and 10. They're on the 49-yard line.
We're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we get a timeout by the defense. Clock stops with 1:50 left in the game.
3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready. Strikers. 360. Ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Talk things over before third down.
A 1-yard gain. Brings up third and 6.
Blue Strikers. Come on. Hut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Green Bay first down.
12 yards.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico.